Against the Bengals first. We'll get to that schoolboy stuff, the stuff of dreams, throwing the touchdown at the end to John Taylor. Get to that in a moment, but take us back to the start of that drive. And they didn't call you Joe Cool for nothing. You're doing some star spotting in the crowd. Tell us about that.
Well, we have a player. One of the things I always try to do is try to be myself, no matter if it's the beginning of the game, the end of the game, or the winning or losing. And we happened to be waiting for the clock to start, to the drive to win that Super Bowl 23. And our starting tackle, Harris Barton, was a people person. So during this week of the Super Bowl, we were always free for dinner. And every morning, Harris would come back like a little kid, telling you all the celebrities he had seen from the night before. And he was always so excited about it. So we were standing there, and I just was standing like here, looking over your shoulder, and I saw John Candy. And I didn't remember Harris saying that he'd seen John Candy, so I thought he'd be interested to see John Candy while we were standing there. And he looked at me, he looked over there and saw him, and he looked back at me like, "You're crazy. What are you thinking about this, trying to win a game standing here?" But I thought it was being nice to him.
And I remember reading that in the middle of that drive, there was so much going on, so much excitement, you almost passed out, right?
Yeah, I mean, some of the times, I've never had it happen before, and the crowd was so loud that I was screaming at the top of my voice, even in the huddle, and I think I just ran out of oxygen. When I would put my hand under the center, on the way to put my hand under the center, I started getting that black and white fuzzy TV look. And it started to go away, and I snapped the ball, and as I started back, it came back again, and I just turned to my left and threw the ball as far out of bounds as I could, and then right underneath it there's Jerry Rice wide open. I couldn't see him.
And the touchdown pass. 34 seconds left to win a Super Bowl. Even you had already won a couple, but that must still be so special.
Yeah, I mean, throwing a touchdown pass to win the Super Bowl as a quarterback on the last drive of the game. As I told you before, I did that 1,000 times in my backyard with my best friend. So it was a dream come true to be able to win a game on the last throw, and it's especially a Super Bowl.
And Super Bowl 24 was an incredible domination. You had that defense again, as you say. It wasn't just about the offense, but you got off to a quick start against Denver, and they never recovered.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that people seem to forget. I know I get a lot of credit, Jerry Rice gets a lot, but I'm just telling you, you don't win championships and that many championships without great defenses, and we had them. And that group that we had together and was together for a long period of time allowed us to do that. And they shut down another big high-powered quarterback in Elway, and we had so many weapons offensively that year that we got on a roll, and it was kind of hard to slow us down.
That was the first win for Super Bowl for George Seifert. It would be remiss of me not to go back to 23 and ask about Bill Walsh, because that was his final game, and how special he was in your life.
Well, Bill was one of those special coaches that comes around only a few times in the league. And there's a lot of great coaches, but there's only a handful of special ones that have been around. And Bill just had a unique way about his personality, how he treated the players, how he had the players treat everyone else. It was total respect, but demanded perfection. He wanted perfection, and he would come to practice and he would say, we'd have a script of plays. So I said, here we go, we got 90 plays. We could be here for 90 minutes, or we could be here for 290 minutes. It depends on how you want to practice. So, and if we didn't do it, we did it over and over and over again until we got it right.
What did it mean to you to go into the Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame was a kind of a strange experience at first for me. Because it's kind of like the last award you ever get, right? And I felt like it was putting nails in my coffin. Right? It was hard enough to retire. Now you're going to do this to me, right? So, but once I figured out, I really was just getting on another team of some of the greatest players ever to play the game, and I started to settle in and enjoy it a little more.
And we are going to ask Joe in a second. I want to ask Joe quarterbacks he enjoys watching today, but I'm very fortunate to travel to NFL teams, and I spoke to a quarterback last summer who pointed to Joe as his inspiration. So take a look at this video.